What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Juggernaut number 4 by Fabian Nicieza and Ron Garney. And in this video, we're going to learn exactly how Juggernaut is able to maintain the power of Cyttorak without that hinky little caveat of being a slave to the god of destruction, Cyttorak. We're going to talk about all that and more right now, but first, wash your damn hands and let's hit that intro.
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy.
The last time we left off with Juggernaut was going to go get to the bottom of why Arnim Zola, who is working for this secret shady organization who apparently has a vested interest in mutants because at this particular point in time, you know, Krakoa is a thing and pretty much almost all the mutants are on the island Krakoa right now. So getting to mutant DNA is a very difficult thing to do, and there are people out there who will pay up to the highest bidder to try and get their hands on mutant genetics, whether it's for cloning or making special weapons or who knows what. That is why Arnim Zola is after D-Cell, who, might I remind you, is still denying that they are a mutant despite the fact that damage control has pretty much already discovered as much that they are a mutant based on their genetic readout. And of course, Cain Marko gets into a dust up with one of Arnim Zola's androids by the name of Primus, and of course, a dust up with Arnim Zola himself. That's not really what we're here to talk about. What we're really here to talk about is something that actually happens in this book from months prior to this story arc, where the ONE, which for those of you who are not familiar is an organization that is an anti-mutant military outfit that was very prominent in the Matthew Rosenberg run of the Uncanny X-Men, which also featured Juggernaut, where he had the power of Cyttorak, the gem of Cyttorak, destroyed when magic went haywire when the ONE robbed her of her X gene. We see a repowered Cain Marko who's gotten the bands of Cyttorak, the ones that he stole from the blacksmith in the previous issue. He's wielding that power and breaks into the ONE, and apparently the ONE found those shards of the gem of Cyttorak and pretty much kept them locked away behind a vault. They weren't able to recreate the gem, but the shards are all there, and the shards still maintain the power of Cyttorak. And not necessarily even having to put them back together, but he literally just sniffs the power within the gem itself, and it reignites him as the Juggernaut. And Cyttorak welcomes him back. He welcomes him back to the realm of wrath and destruction and informs him that though the link between them has been weakened, their bond is forever forged in blood and pain, and that Cyttorak is ready for him to resume his role as his avatar and sow destruction and chaos. But the thing is, Cain doesn't want to do that anymore. He has finally decided, this is the moment where Cain decided that he is going to stand up to the person that has lorded over him, the entity that has lorded over him this entire time, that has basically led him to do the things that he has always done, the thing that has informed on all the actions that he has taken throughout his comics history. Because at the end of the day, he is wielding the power of Cyttorak, but the bands that he is wearing exist on the earthly plane. Cyttorak has no control over those bands, at least as far as Cain Marko can tell. And when Cyttorak asks him why Cain Marko, knowing that Cyttorak is cut off from the realm of Earth, has come back to obtain the power, to take back that power, and not work in service of Cyttorak, why on earth would he come to Cyttorak and speak to him personally? And it's here that Cain reveals that he is coming to terms with who he is as a person, that he is no longer going to serve at the whim of madmen and gods. He is no longer going to do for others, he's going to do for himself, and that he is going to pave his own path forward. And that's kind of what the whole deal is here with him taking D-Cell under his wing, seeing a character who he kind of feels like is going down a path, or not necessarily going down that path, but could potentially go down the same path of himself as he did way back in the day, that she could ultimately, if not under the proper tutelage, could become what he was, and he doesn't want to see that for her. He sees potential in D-Cell, and he doesn't want to see her do anything that could potentially taint her. That's why when they get free of Arnim Zola and they have the opportunity to to unleash revenge upon him, Cain stops her from killing him. Cain even recognizes the fact that even himself, being someone who has been under the control of others, he recognizes that Arnim Zola is under the control of someone else. Everybody who's been involved in this plot against D-Cell is under the control of another person. And Cain is ready to take down whatever this is, this place that is supposedly called the Dungeon, this for-profit supervillain prison. And whoever it is, Arnim Zola, they're terrified of this person, whoever it is that is in control. But it doesn't matter because Cain's not afraid of anyone, and this is an opportunity for him to do something right for a change, and that is exactly what he's going to do. And this is setting up Juggernaut and D-Cell to go on what I guess would be essentially their first ever official superhero sidekick outing, which I think is going to be a really fun go at it. And you look at the solicit for this, this next issue, I'm not even really entirely sure who the hell it is they're going to be going up against. I mean, we do see some what are essentially bees flying towards them, which, I mean, there are, multiple bee-themed villains in the Marvel Comics universe. Some come to mind, I'm not entirely sure, but the character Swarm comes to mind, but I don't know if that's who they're going to ultimately end up going with. But considering the fact that this character did have an affiliation with Nazi Germany and they're working with Arnim Zola, it would make sense. But I mean, I'm not going to go 100% in on that, but who knows? We'll have to see. But I really enjoy the fact that Cain stood up to Cyttorak. He stood up to him and basically told him to go fuck himself, and that he is going to use the power that he has given him for his own ends, and that whether he is going to do good or bad or whatever, it's going to be on him now and no longer anyone else. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought about Juggernaut number 4. I thought this issue was really great. I know we kind of got away, you're not really going into the whole story over all of this, but I mean, I really just wanted to focus on that moment because that was just such a powerful moment, seeing Cain Marko just literally tell Cyttorak to go eat a dick. It was just great. Anyways, let me know what you thought about Juggernaut number 4 by Fabian Nicieza and Ron Garney. Wash your damn hands and sound off in the comments.
So hey, you made it to the end of the video. Awesome for you. If you enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, I don't see how you didn't, do me a favor. Hulk smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers, and tap that bell so you know when I post up. Also, feel free to go check out my Patreon, where if you chuck in a buck, you can get early access to most of my videos up to a week early. And if you have time, make sure you swing by nerd901.com, where you can find more of my content as well as other amazing stuff. Anyways, until next time, I love you 3000 plus ultra!